Okay, shalom, shalom, Akim. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh. Shem Yahweh Shah, Shem Kodash. Of course, double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright. Who through the Holy Spirit continue to teach us this truth. Alright, this is Nama of the DC camp. And this is from the New York Post. But initially I saw this morning on the Japanese channel. I watch NHK. And this young man here, Joe DeMeo, I guess that's how you pronounce it, received a face and hand transplant, supposedly the first successful. Alright. Wow, he received his judgment. And this also highlights something else as it pertains to Esau, because through his science, which he wholeheartedly believes in, alright, we know that this man is outside the temple. He's profane. There's no chance of repentance for him per Hebrews 12th chapter. Alright. So he's looking for a way to circumvent, alright, his ultimate punishment. Alright. Trying to offset the prophecies is a way of, trying to do that too, but ultimately he knows that what he's done, alright, he's going to have to answer for it. He's tried his best to find ways around it. And, like I said, through his science. Alright, it says Joe DeMeo, face and hand transplant recipient, reveals historic results. Alright, so let's go into it. This is before the surgery. He was burnt in a car crash. Vehicle caught on fire, and this is a result after all the skin grafts and everything. So this is his judgment.
Where we take the skin from, that's going to be closed to the linear incision. Okay, and you have a feeding tube, tracheostomy, and the skin grafts to the axillas. The day that we do the operation, we can have his arms by his side. Sounds good? Alright, babe, let's get it done.
This is after.
Ahead of schedule. Just my motivation to get things done is really high up there. And I'm really working on the small muscles on my hands to spread them out and make them alright.
Wow. My question is, how can you feel comfortable walking around with somebody else's face and hands and be alright with that? Every time you look into the mirror, it's going to be a reminder. Alright, that's not really you. So you're living a lie. It goes on, it says, it's a new day for Joe DeMeo. For the first time in history, doctors at New York University's Langone, I guess that's how you say it, Medical Center, have successfully undertaken a simultaneous face and bilateral hand transplant, giving DeMeo, 22, a future he never could have dreamed of 3 years ago after a devastating car accident. Alright, it says on Wednesday, August 12th, a team of more than 140 surgeons, nurses, and other hospital staff were on hand during the 23-hour surgery. 140 surgeons. The most astounding aspect of the operation wasn't the well-orchestrated symphony of doctors, it was Joe himself. Alright, goes on to say there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Joe from Clark, New Jersey told the Post of his amazing transformation. Never give up and never let your appearance slow you down. Always look at the good things. The good things. And this goes towards how people view, alright, the world in which we live in now, with all the things that are going on in it that just are absolutely wicked, alright. But to them, these are the good things. And that's what this devil is going to go out, alright, in trying to preserve and continue his rulership. But it's things like this, alright, that are going to keep people, I should say, give people a false sense of hope, because this is witchcraft. Alright, so let's get some scriptures here. Let's see. We are going to go, and this gets into the beast, his system, alright, and these miracles that, let's see, he's going to, through which he's going to convince a lot of people of his power. Alright, waiting for the computer here to catch up with me. Let's see. Oh boy, here we go. Apologize for the delay. Things just aren't working the way they're supposed to. Alright, now we go to Revelation 13th chapter. Again, waiting for it to catch up with me. Here we go. This is Revelation 13. And I'll go straight to the point. I'll start at 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth and in the sight of man. Alright, because he got everybody's attention when you think what happened in World War II with Hiroshima and Nagasaki with the atomic bomb. And then he went thermonuclear in the 50s went from fission technology to fusion, which is the thermonuclear bombs. Alright, far more power because you're fusing atoms together, whereas in fission you're just separating the one, alright, or splitting the one. So 14 and all those weapons afterwards, non-conventional missiles, that sort of thing. 14, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by his sword and did live. So we're going from ancient Rome, we're now in the revived Roman Empire. Alright, when you look all around, all the symbology and everything, I'm here in DC, and you can just walk around downtown and various other areas around the city, and certain areas it's just like Rome. Alright, it says 15, he said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That's that image, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's what we're coming into, alright, because if you're not down, coming into the very near future, if you're not down with what this devil is doing, They're gonna round you up. They're gonna start camps. Who knows? Because this thing that's going on now with this virus, playing with people's minds, it's all witchcraft. Going back to what I'm talking about here with this, this is a medical miracle, all right? But it's witchery nonetheless. Now let's go to a prime example of that. Let's go to Acts, the 8th chapter, all right? And that's what he's doing with these people. You can just walk around, you gotta wear these stupid masks that aren't doing anything, but it's just it's a means of control, and they want to know this is a visible sign to them that you're with what's going on. Believe it or not, on a low level, wear your mask. Remember, now they want you to double or triple the fabric. How the hell are you going to breathe? You see how it's already, you're like suffering a 20% deficit. All right, you're breathing in CO2. Your oxygen intake isn't sufficient to even level that out. This is crazy. This is Acts chapter 8 verse 9. It says, "But there was a certain man called Simon, which before time in the same city used sorcery, and bewitched the people of Samaria, giving out that himself was some great one." All right, so let's go into that bewitched. All right, bewitched. Waiting once again. Okay. Bewitched. Okay, what happened?
Strong's G 1839. Exist-me.
Exist me. All right. What does it say down here? Be amazed. People are amazed. What? Oh man, look at the level of technology, man. Oh man. And that further gets them away from. All right. Its sole purpose. It says, be astonished, bewitched. All right. Wonder. It says throw out a position or displace, okay, to amaze, to astonish, all right, to be out of one's mind, besides oneself, insane. Here's another term that you're going to see me in probably a lot of videos from here on out because of what's happening with this virus, the magic virus situation, and it's going to be this. Because this is exactly what's going on, and this bewitching is on a global scale. All right. Why is it always giving me? The hell? For some reason, it's always okay. Here it is. Okay. Term is gaslighting. All right. You're probably gonna hear a lot of that here on out. It says, what is gaslighting? And it says, gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse. Alright. What the heck is going on here? I'll just go to Wiki. I don't even know what that's about. Okay, gaslighting is a form of gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which a person or a group covertly sows seeds of doubt in a targeted individual or group. You know in your heart and your mind that this is some BS, alright, but they keep all this, and the media playing a big part in this because every other fucking thing you see on TV. It's COVID this and COVID, and it keeps bombarding you with this message, and you, wait a minute, this just isn't right. So you're eventually, all right, you're denying what's reality, and you're falling for this forced woke reality. It says making them question their own memory, perception, or judgment. It may evoke changes in them such as cognitive dissonance, alright, which is, alright, occurs when a person holds contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values, and is typically experienced as psychological stress when they participate in an action that goes against one or more of them. Alright, so you're starting to doubt yourself. Alright, it says self-esteem. We already know what that is, rendering the victim additionally dependent on the gaslighter. So now you're looking for Esau Edom, alright, for answers. And that's what they want. Alright, because they want you to go along with what they say, what their version of reality is. No, you're infected, but you just don't know. You're asymptomatic. Whoa, I'm not sick. They reverse things because for all I ever knew, alright, it's sick people that wore a mask. Now it's been turned around where you got healthy people, but you're telling them they're not healthy. You see all the, again, more bewitching, alright? Using denial, misdirection, contradiction, and misinformation. And what YouTube has been doing, alright, again, playing with your mind here. Oh no, your videos are providing misinformation when it's actually them. Because ask yourself, when did you ever see any doctors that came on and said, no, this is bullshit? Why? Because I know I've got one video up, still up. The doctor was called before the medical board and threatened with his license if he didn't shut the hell up. Alright, so that's why you're not hearing, because initially some doctors were coming out, especially in the first 2 months, and saying, no, this is bullshit. Alright, but, alright, like I said, the media plays a big part in this because they're shutting down anybody else. And no, we don't want to hear it. But anybody that's going along with them, oh sure, come on. That's what's going on. Alright. Wow, it says gaslighting involves attempts to destabilize the victim and delegitimize the victim's beliefs. That's all far as I have to go. Alright, so this all, alright, these people are just wicked. This is him before, alright, the accident, going back to the story here. But, like I said, that was his judgment. Look at that, flesh just melted. Wow, judgment. But again, alright, this all goes into this devil using his sorcery and witchery, alright, to sway the minds of the people. Alright, this is global. You're trying to get people to believe what's not really real. Telling everybody they're sick. You have to take this vaccine. You have to. Alright, so for time's sake, that's all I'm going to do here. I'll post this link in the description box, of course, and just remind you, your faith is going to be tested here in the very near future. Alright, continue to pray. Pray for the brethren out there on the highways and byways, your respective families. Alright, and look for a big change here in the next few months. Alright, because like I said, this devil knows he has a short time. Revelation 12:12 So he's trying to hurry up and establish his new world order. So with that, hope whoever views this video is edified. You know, that's what we do. Trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully, elect. All right, so with that, shalom.